All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are at Atlanta in the ARCA car. We're in the depths of low I rating. Our asphalt license is still horrible, but every race we're improving. So let us get to green here and see what we can do. Hopefully we can keep it clean, get that I rating to improve, or the safety rating to improve, and that I rating will come along with it. I'd really wish this guy would, get back in the line. I hope he's not trying to do something slick here. But yeah, here we are. The race is never won on the first lap, but it can sure be lost. So let's just keep it clean here, and I'm looking forward to a good race. It's going to be 35 laps here at Atlanta. You could say old school Atlanta because they're repaving it and changing it all up here for next year. It's going to be tons of banking. It's going to be like a freaking super speedway. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm interested to drive, I'm interested to watch it, but like a business decision for the sport and like the direction we want to go, or that I would love to see it go, I don't think that's the move. Especially for driver safety. I mean, we've already seen blowovers at Atlanta. Speaking of driver safety, we just barely made it by that. We got lucky there. Try not to use up our tires too much. This is a long race. I mean, Atlanta is pretty abrasive, so try to keep that situation under control. See how many positions we can pick up here. Already into the top 10, so I think I see a top 5 in our future with these guys ahead of us. Yeah, but my main goal with these races is just improve the licenses and get into better racing, better cars, and you know, the skill and the I rating, that'll all come along with it. And I'm excited for you guys to see my progress, kind of hold me accountable, because I've been iRacing for about a year, but just kind of off and on, never really a consistent schedule with racing, so I didn't really get the best out of it, and I'd really only hop into like sprint cars and stuff. But I think keeping it diverse and just kind of running what is available and what I'm comfortable with at the time is just going to make me improve. And I'm excited to kind of give you guys a look into what racing is like and answer any questions you have about iRacing, kind of get you guys into it. Give you guys some entertainment. I know there's not a lot of iRacing YouTubers out there, so and I want this community to grow a little bit. As we sit 6th place here, and looking like we might be able to snag 5th if we just keep up this pace. Looks like the top 5 are all just under a blanket up there. If we can get up to that group, we'll be in a good position. Right now we don't really have any draft. I guess I could start trying to pick up a little bit of draft off this car.
Outside. Keep low. Keep low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
Might have to stop cutting the corner so short and kind of run the top like these guys are doing. I don't know if they're just getting speed that way or what. We might have just used up our tires too. That's always a possibility. We're losing our tires at least, that's for sure. Yeah, I think entering a little bit higher might help me keep throttle time up through the corner. I mean, we're the 20 car here, so any finish relatively close to where we're running now is going to be a great improvement for us, and we'll just keep it clean. I mean, we haven't hit anything yet. We got super lucky earlier, so when I say hit anything, it's not really like we're just like bouncing off the walls or anything. It's just luck. I mean, you're running into a lot of inexperienced racers down in the lower rating races, and you know, you're just bound to get caught up in things. And I mean, you're learning too, I'm learning too, so we might cause some things every once in a while, but I'm gonna try my best to minimize that and just keep the racing good. Kind of a 3-car battle here for the top 5. I like it. These two guys racing each other might just give us a good opportunity to sneak on by.
Car outside. Keep low. Still there. Clear up top.
Hopefully some of these lap cars that the leaders are catching slow down that lead group. We can get a chance at them. We'll have to get some next gen content on the channel. I have not run the next gen car yet. I was just thinking about that with new Atlanta coming out and all that. It's gonna be good to get those laps in with that new next gen car, so stay tuned for some next gen. I'll have to buy it, but that's not a problem.
Clear up top. Go low.
Ooh, so lucky again. I don't know that those were any lead lap cars, but gee, many Christmas. Very lucky. We lost a little bit of our run, but I'd rather lose a little bit of speed than lose a car. Still in 6th, it looks like, so no lead lap cars involved in that one. We're sneaking up on halfway here. Lap 18 will be about halfway. One thing about these races, when they get strung out, it's like a snooze fest it can be, but we have a chance of getting a couple more interesting moments here. 20 laps to go, tires should be falling off. We'll see who took care of them and who didn't. Hopefully we can stay clear of any lap down cars. And I mean, if this 23 car is truly running quicker than we are, I'll let him by, but he hasn't really been able to put together a good run to pass us yet, so. I'd like to get up closer to the 7 car again. I feel like we had him dead to rights, and then that incident happened in front of us. I might start using the brake a little bit too here to kind of hook the corner, see what we can do there, gain some speed. It's the most minimum brake push. Seems to do a little bit for us, so that's good. I wonder if that's a 5th place car there too. That'd be good for us. Because he seems to be not running as quick as he was. He's kind of off the pace a little bit. Unless he got caught up in something, but to fall from that lead car group to us, something's got to be going on. Could have been a little bit more aggressive on my entries this whole time. Yeah, side draft each other, come on. Slow each other down. And we're definitely good to draft them now. I'd say so. Give us a push. Give us a push. Those turn 3 and 4 grandstands are going to be prime real estate if this is a super speedway and they're going full throttle through the corners. Oh no, that was not good on our part. It's alright though, we got 0x out of it. And we didn't really lose any speed. There's a little Darlington stripe here at Atlanta. 7 car got past this guy pretty easily. I think we can do the same here. Just kind of run our line, keep our speed up, and we'll get by him. He doesn't look to be too aggressive.
Car outside. Go low. Still there. Clear high.
There we go. Time to work on the 7 car again.
You're in 5th.
That's nice. I'm happy to break the top 5 here. I feel like if we had better track position, we could have had a run for the win. If we would have kept in that draft of the lead cars. I mean, those top 3 cars are... Nobody's really ahead of anybody else up there. They're kind of trading the lead. I keep glancing at them when we get a chance to. And good racing. I mean, there hasn't been too many incidences, like nothing too crazy that took out half the field or anything. So, about 10 laps to go here. See if we can't catch this 7 car slipping. He seems to have some good pace though. He's running a pretty good race.
Got 10 laps to go.
NASCAR's catching us here. He's been kind of on us. He'll get his runs and he'll come up, challenge us a little bit. I'm honestly alright with racing him. Super fair. If he gets a run, I'll let him have it. He's been good to us. I was kind of spacing out there for the last couple laps. Sorry guys to not talk. I mean, these long races, I got to get better at coming in with some things to talk about. I'm excited for the Chili Bowl. That's going to be good. Definitely going to be watching that action down in Tulsa. So we can talk about that. Leave comments if you guys are dirt fans, if you watch that. I know I mentioned vlogging the Knoxville Nationals maybe this year. I think that would be super cool. Give you guys some in real life content. We talked about going to maybe a Kansas City race. Kansas City Raceway, Speedway, wherever, hit the casino. So yeah, big things planned for this year. Definitely going to try to keep up the schedule of one video per day, maybe some sprinkled in extras if we really hit our stride, but I'm really trying to hold ourselves accountable. One video per day, see what that gets us here. And I appreciate you guys watching them. Continue to grow this sim racing community, dirt racing community. I think NASCAR racing or the sport has a lot of room to grow, and I think technology is really going to help because I mean, pretty minor investments: steering wheel, pedals, monitor, computer, or Xbox. I mean, you can run race cars. You know, you just gotta use your imagination a little bit. And I mean, you're racing the same race car that the professionals are, so I mean, especially on the PC side. I know the consoles are a lot more arcade, and I really don't have any time for that stuff, but I mean, back in the day it wasn't like that. I mean, you play World of Outlaws in the Xbox 360, you're gonna understand, you know, the basics of like throttling and getting through the corner and things like that. Obviously, I didn't learn a lot about Atlanta getting through the corner there. I'm talking too much and I just gave up the position, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's like, yeah, the barrier to entry for racing is super high, like cost-wise if you get a real car, but I think people are going to realize the barrier to entry in terms of the hand-eye coordination of learning it and like using your hands and your feet to actually run a race car. It's not that bad. You know, $1,000, $2,000 and you got a very competitive setup. And you can go out and do what I'm doing and have a blast with it. So, kind of disappointed in myself giving that position up, but it is alright, I guess. We're still running. We have 0x. Our iRating is going to improve about 50 points after this race if we finish where we're at. So I'm not complaining one bit. And we might honestly be able to catch this guy. Well, we got 2-3 laps left, so probably not. But I think if we really would have focused up, I mean, that 7 car is about to catch that lead group. So I don't know. I'm happy with the results today. We got a little bit of good conversation out. I was just talking about how like I haven't really figured out how and what to talk about. And then I go on a rant, so I feel, you know, we're getting better every day with this stuff, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching it. I know this one was a long one, so if you've made it through this far, I really, really appreciate you. I'm not kidding. I've always, you know, wanted to be a creator, wanted to do artistic things, never really pulled the trigger on anything, so this racing has kind of meshed my competitive side and my creative side together, you know. Not even just the YouTube creation, just like making paint schemes and the logo and the branding for this channel. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a nice little project I've been working on, so I'm gonna keep it up, and I appreciate your support. Close out this final lap here. Definitely could have snuck into the top 5. I mean, this guy, he ran a good race, but we have a little bit more speed. When we're focused up, we have a little bit more speed than he does, so GG's. He kept it focused more than we did, but not a bad run. I mean, You really never know what you're gonna get here in these lower splits here at
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
the ARCA cars. There's so many people run these things.
Good job, very good job.
It's a blessing when you get one that runs as smooth as this. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you as always, and peace.